There's an overwhelming abundance of books that can help you become an artist, but there's a few exceptional books that can help you become a great artist. These are my 5 favorite books to have as an artist, in no particular order, starting with Figure Drawing, Design and Invention by Michael Hampton. Learning the human body can be very complicated, but this book breaks down the human figure in such a mechanical and sound way that learning anatomy came easy after reading this. Every idea and step is broken down into a structured and simple way that makes remembering how joints and muscles connect feel like a puzzle that takes no effort to put together. This book changed how I see figures in perspective and space. It's one of the 2 books that defines my artistic style. The second book, and could not be any more on the flip side, is Michael Mattesi's Force Dynamic Life Drawing for Animators, which forgoes some of those anatomical rules for more energetic and feel it as you go method. Anatomy is second to the story and forces of energy being displayed by the figure. It's a very conceptual book in that the ideas are hard to grasp at first because they want you to observe the forces that are underlying and not visually apparent at first. This one may take you a few reads and months to years before you even get that aha moment. But this book will take those structural puzzle pieces that you learn from Michael Hampton's books and help you add life and personality to your drawings and figures. Michael Mattesi also has books on how to draw animals and one on character design. Both are equally as good as this one. As I mentioned, these first 2 books are literally the foundation of my art style and are books I come back to every time I need to sharpen up my skills. Color and Light, A Guide for Realist Painter by James Gurney is a bit of a new addition to the collection, but it's got some great one-to-one examples. It's quite a dense read, but it's very insightful and will definitely change the way you perceive the world around you. The title of the book says for realist painters, but obviously you can use these lighting situations and techniques for more stylized and non-realistic scenarios. Reading this book and applying what it teaches to your own art will help you create more believable looking pieces of art. Honestly, I'm pretty early in my own coloring journey, but I couldn't help but recommend this one enough. Making Comics by Scott McCloud is not a book that necessarily will help you draw better, but it will help you become a better storyteller. This was a book that when I read, I couldn't help but see the similarities between everything I've learned in animation and how it transitions and follows the same types of rules in comics. It was a refreshing reminder that rules are set for a reason, and regardless of the medium, they are widely known and used. There's just an insane amount of detail put into this book. Every question you may have will most likely be answered when you read it. It'll go from shot composition to facial expressions and everything in between. He also has a second book called Understanding Comics, which is also a great read. Last but not least, Simplified Drawing for Planning Animation by Gilbert Wayne. I left this one last because I wanted to drive home a specific idea, and that is that clarity through simplicity will take you much farther than overly detailed, rendered, and anatomically correct figures. This book will teach you how to abstract the human body so you can use it and mold it however you please without worrying about the intricacies, along with teaching you how to move the body in space with believable weight. This book is a game changer when it comes to having you view the human body and what it's capable of. This obviously wasn't a full review of every one of these books, but instead I gave you a small taste of why I read, use, and come back to these books. They helped me in my journey and are definitely the reasons I'm a pretty decent artist. I've never done homework with my videos before, but I think this one is very much necessary, and it's exactly what I did and still do when I read these books. For these 3 books, Design and Invention, Force, and especially Simplified Animation, I want you to copy every single drawing you see in the book. Do like 1 to 5 pages a day and copy what you see on each page. Preferably read it and then draw, but if you'd rather go through the entirety of the books and just draw everything, then who's stopping you? This is going to create mileage and have you build the correct muscle memory. I also want you to repeat this every time you feel you're stumped or in an art block. This is going to train you to become a great artist. Alright, if you've enjoyed me talking about my favorite books, you already know what to do. That's enough of me yapping. See you in the next one.